I think we've all been there, right? Stuck in traffic, staring at a line of orange cones, and just wondering who came up with this traffic pattern.
Oh, yeah,
It's got to be more complex than just, throwing some cones out there, right?
absolutely. What you're looking at there is what's called a temporary traffic management plan, or a TGS for short.
TGS.
And these plans, as cities grow and as roadwork is becoming more common, these plans are really essential to make sure things move smoothly.
So these plans are like blueprints for traffic flow during, I don't know, like construction, special events, even those like mysterious middle-of-the-night road closures.
Exactly. They detail everything, where the signs go, barriers, cones, how the traffic signals need to be adjusted. It's all about minimizing disruption, but of course, safety is a top priority. And you know what's really interesting? These TGS plans are getting a serious upgrade thanks to technology.
Okay, now we're talking, what kind of technology are we talking about?
CAD software.
CAD software, like what architects use to design buildings.
Exactly, the same kind that engineers use.
Hold on, CAD software for traffic cones? I thought that was for like skyscrapers and bridges.
Yeah, it might seem like a surprising application, but it really makes perfect sense. With CAD, you can create these incredibly detailed and precise plans to visualize exactly how traffic is going to flow. It's a total game changer for accuracy and efficiency.
So no more hand-drawn plans with messy lines and eraser marks.
Yeah.
I can definitely see how that'd be a huge improvement.
Yeah.
But how does CAD actually make the process faster?
Well, I mean, think about it. Instead of drawing everything manually, you're using digital tools.
Hmm.
You can easily duplicate elements, you can make precise adjustments, and even simulate different traffic scenarios to see how they play out. It's like a virtual traffic sandbox.
Oh, that's really fascinating. So that kind of simulation would help prevent like bottlenecks and keep traffic moving smoothly. So using CAD software for TGS design, it sounds like that's becoming the industry standard.
Absolutely. And it's only going to become more common as cities grow and we face increasing demands on our infrastructure.
So let's say someone is intrigued by this and wants to learn how to design these TGS plans using CAD. What would that journey look like? Where would they even begin?
Well, first you gotta, you dive into the software itself. And I don't mean just clicking around, clicking through the interface, but understanding how to represent real world traffic elements in a digital space. It's kind of like learning a new language.
So it's about more than just learning the buttons and the menus. It's about taking that real world traffic flow and turning it into like a digital representation.
Right.
What comes next?
Well, then you get into the nitty-gritty of the design. You'll learn how to plot roads, intersections, use specific tools to place your signs, barriers, cones, and, make sure they meet all the safety regulations. It's like piecing together a complex puzzle.
It sounds like there's a lot to learn,
Yeah.
but it also sounds incredibly rewarding. Like I can imagine that aha moment when you see your plan come to life in the real world.
Exactly. And, there's a lot of problem solving involved. One project I worked on involved a really tricky intersection with very limited space for diversions. And we had to get creative with the CAD software,
Oh, wow.
testing different configurations to minimize disruption for drivers and cyclists and pedestrians.
Wow, that sounds really challenging. It makes me think that this isn't just about technical skills, it's about creativity too.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But I kind of want to zoom out for a minute. Why should the average person care about this? Like, how does TGS design using CAD actually impact us in our everyday lives?
That's a great question. It's easy to take those cones for granted, but, well-designed TGS plans, they really do impact everyone who uses the roads. Think about your daily commute.
Well, believe me, I think about it, especially when I'm stuck in traffic.
Exactly. And, a well-executed TGS can really make the difference between a smooth commute and a totally frustrating delay. It's all about minimizing those bottlenecks, keeping that traffic flowing. But it goes beyond just saving time.
Okay, tell me more.
A well-designed plan prioritizes safety too. Like, think about emergency vehicles needing to get through a construction zone.
Right.
A poorly designed plan could create delays and, that could have serious consequences.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, it's something that TGS designers are always thinking about. And the CAD software helps them visualize those issues and make sure that access is never compromised.
So it's not just about the individual drivers, it's about public safety too.
Exactly. And there's even an economic impact, believe it or not. Construction projects can really disrupt businesses and impact local economies.
Right.
And a well-designed TGS can really help to minimize those disruptions.
So efficient traffic management actually helps contribute to a healthy economy.
It's all connected.
Wow.
And as cities grow, and we see more of that road work, the role of the TGS designer, those skills are going to become even more important. It's something to think about next time you see a construction zone,
Yeah.
you know?
I've definitely got a new appreciation for those orange cones today.
Yeah.
But I do have to ask, isn't CAD proficiency like a pretty niche skill? I mean, are there really that many jobs out there for these designers?
You might be surprised. The demand is actually on the rise. As cities are dealing with aging infrastructure and just increased traffic congestion, they're realizing the importance of good management. And as we've been talking about, those CAD skills are really essential for creating those plans.
So learning CAD for TGS design, it's not just about designing those patterns, it's a path to a career.
Absolutely. It's a field that combines those technical skills, the problem solving, and you're having a real impact. And the demand is only going to increase.
So we've covered a lot today, from the basics of TGS to the role of that CAD software, even career potential.
Yeah, we have.
Can we do a quick recap of the takeaways so far?
Sure, we started by defining what a TGS is and why it's so important for safety, efficiency, minimizing those disruptions.
Right, and then we explored how that CAD software, like DraftSight and AutoCAD, is really changing the field, making the design process faster, more accurate, and adaptable.
Yeah. And then we kind of connected it all back to the listener. We talked about how TGS affects everyone, commute times, emergency response, even economic productivity.
Yeah, it's fascinating to see how something as simple as placing cones can have such a big impact.
Yeah.
But it makes me think about the future. Cities are always changing, growing populations, new transportation, sustainability, that kind of thing. How does TGS design adapt to those challenges?
Well, that's a great question, and it's something TGS designers are thinking about all the time. As cities change, so too must the way that we manage traffic. Take the rise of electric scooters and bike lanes, for instance.
Right, you can't just put a cone in the middle of a bike lane.
Exactly.
Yeah.
TGS designers have to consider all modes of transportation these days, ensuring safety and efficiency for everyone. It's about a more holistic approach.
So it's not just about cars anymore. We're talking pedestrians, cyclists, buses, even those little delivery robots you see zipping around sometime.
Right. It's about designing traffic plans that work for everyone, which is no easy feat. But technology is helping with that. I mean, some cities are using sensors and real-time data to actually monitor traffic patterns, and they adjust the signals dynamically.
So it's like a smart city. The infrastructure just adapts to the needs of the people.
Yeah. And that's really just the beginning. As technology advances, we can expect even more sophisticated solutions. Imagine AI-powered systems that predict traffic congestion and automatically adjust the TGS plans.
That'd be incredible. Less time stuck in traffic, more efficient movement of goods and services, safer environment for everyone. Really makes you wonder what the future holds.
It is an exciting field to be in, that's for sure. And as we've talked about, it's a field with growing demand for those skilled professionals who can use tools like CAD to create those complex and vital plans.
So to wrap things up, we've learned that TGS is so much more than just orange cones. It's a crucial part of keeping cities moving, ensuring safety, and even boosting the economy. And thanks to technology, it's a field that's always evolving.
Absolutely. The next time you see a construction zone or a detour, just remember that there's a carefully crafted TGS plan at work designed by skilled professionals who are shaping the future of our cities.
Well said. I encourage everyone listening to pay a little more attention to the traffic management in your own city. Might be surprised at how much thought goes into something that we often take for granted.
It's been great being here. Thanks for having me.
And to all our listeners, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of TGS and CAD. Until next time, stay curious.